and move into our executive reports. And first we'll hear from Cam.
All right, guys. I hope you guys all had a great spring break and are excited to be back here. So we'll hop right into it. So first thing I have, admitted students days. So we will be doing a CSU table on each of the admitted students days. And so basically what that would be, just kind of like a table like at an involvement fair, like if you did the winter involvement fair, it'll be the same kind of deal, except you'll be talking to prospective students and parents. So I'm going to be sending around a sign-up sheet for that right now. It'll be half-hour shifts, and they're March 23rd, March 30th, April 7th, April 13th, and April 20th. So you guys can sign up for that. You need reps for that.
And in the past, we had it set up, so you'll just show up, wear your polo, talk to prospective students. And the few days that I did it as well, usually, sometimes we had program board members. Maddie, do you think we could pull some program board people? So then we can kind of have both sides of CSU represented there to answer questions.
Also for that, lunch will be provided. So it's a perk. Second thing I have, the marketing team, like the Creighton University marketing team, approached me about their Share Your Story initiative. So basically what that is, they want to hear real student stories and get their feedback so they can use those in their marketing campaigns in the future. So you'll be seeing in the next few days, there will be lawn signs that say like, it should be Share Your Story at Creighton.edu or something like that. So if you guys could just like go online and share your story and tell people to be sharing their stories. They really want us to promote involvement in that from the students because they want to have real stories to tell in their marketing campaigns and not have to just use like random ones like they did with the commercials last semester. So that's big. So if you guys could like tell all your students, like also with the student emails, you get that in there. I don't know exactly everything.
We'll cover that.
But yeah, just spread the word about that. And then the last thing, it's on us. So last week, if you guys, I don't know if all of you saw, but there's a shirt that was sold by the Blue Jay Bar, and it sparked a big debate about sexual violence and sexual assault on campus. So this Thursday, there will be a group of us, myself, people from IHG, people from the Leaving Center, and all different groups on campus meeting about getting involved with the It's On Us campaign, which is like a nationwide thing that also athletics has been involved in on campus. So we're seeing what we can do with that from a CSU perspective. So also in open discussion, I'll ask you guys have any ideas about what we can do with that. So, yeah, that's all I have.
Thank you. Now we'll hear from Zach.
Hi guys. So student list is kind of like an all encapsulating thing. So I have a few points to make on those. So you guys all got your listservs, and Julie and I are right now working on a little intro for you guys to send out. So that will get done probably tonight. So sometime this week, probably either tonight or tomorrow, I will send you guys that email of what you guys need to fill out and send out to your people. Then hopefully get those. Then we'll have a date for you guys to send those out by. Included in those is just going to be a little intro about yourself and like what it is that you're sending out to them. A big part of it is going to be about Project Homeless Connect, which I'll talk about in a second. We'll put in a thing about the Share Your Story initiative. It's a little bit about that. And we might do a link to like a quick little survey just about CSU and things on campus to send out. So be on the lookout for that. So more specifically, Project Homeless Connect. So that's this semester what we're working with the CCSJ on, not working on, but like helping promote. So on you guys, we're requiring you guys to sign up for a shift for that. So there's 4 shifts for Project Homeless Connect. They have the Thursday night setup, which is Thursday, March 26th. Then they have the Friday morning shift, a Friday afternoon shift, and a Friday teardown shift. So really, we need you guys to sign up for at least one of those. I'll have another sign-up sheet going around for that. And that's what you're going to be sending out to your students as well. So we need CSU representation there since that's our event that we're helping with this semester. So please sign up for a shift. You guys need to. That's starting over there. Then for student emails, that's it. So just be on the lookout for those.
And for Project Homeless Connect, the sign up for that, you sign yourself up online. And I can send out an email.
Yeah, we'll send out the link. That's just to like make sure that we're getting everyone's name and that they are signing up for one. So if you sign up for it on paper, we'll send you out the link that you sign up for it online.
Great. Thank you. Next we'll hear from Alex.
Hey guys, only got one thing to approve today. Spring break kind of slowed down everything, and also we're getting to the end of the year, so people are requesting less money just because of the nature of it. So it's just for Colleges Against Cancer. It's for $5,877. They were approved in full by the Appropriations Committee. And this is primarily to pay for all of the fun stuff at Real Life for Life that just makes it such a highlight for every student. Pay for pizza, pop, the breakfast, decorations, the DJ, and the cost to host it in the KFC. I'm definitely taking this as a huge opportunity to stress that we say that these are CSU funded, not along just like with a little side on this, a little thing on the side, but pizza provided by CSU. It's a really good name for us, and this is a huge event that a lot of students really love at Creighton. And people are definitely getting really excited for it because it's next, not this coming weekend, but the next. So is there any call for rep review on this one? And that's all I got, guys.
Thank you. Next we'll hear from Maddie.
Hi guys, welcome back. I just wanted to tell you guys that the Midnight Movie is this Wednesday. We still have a lot of tickets left, so if you guys have not picked up a ticket, you can still go get one in the SAO like anytime. They're probably not going to run out anytime soon. So please tell your friends and like get people to go. It's Insurgent. That's the movie, and it's only a 2-hour movie, so it's like not going to be that long. The buses will start pick up at Degelman Circle at 10 p.m. on Wednesday, and they'll run continuously until 11:50. So if you have chapter or anything, like you can still make one. I don't think your chapter will go until 11:50. So that is on Wednesday. Tickets are still available. Spring Fling tickets are going to be available on Friday in the Scout Ballroom from 4 to 8. So that you're going to probably want to be there for that, and tell all of your friends. I'm excited to announce that we have an assigned contract for our opener. So the opener is Bryce Vine. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. He's a rapper, kind of like Jimmy Banks. He has more like a California sound. He's really good. You guys might know his song Sour Patch Kids. You can look it up. So we're excited about that. Marcom Wax. So Cayman kind of already touched on it, but the marketing committee like approached CSU about getting people to share their story. So they contacted our WAC coordinator, and they are paying for one of our WACs. So like we're like partnering with them. They're going to be giving out root beer floats, and then they're going to have iPads at WAC. Not this week, but next week, so the 25th, so that students can just, while they're at WAC, just automatically go onto the website and like share their story. So we're going to want to get like a lot of people there. It's going to be fun. You guys are going to be seeing all of the stickers, or like they're advertising it around campus right now, so you've probably already seen it. So get excited about that. And then upcoming events, we have the Midnight Movie on Wednesday, but then Behind the Swoosh is next Tuesday at 8:30 in the Harbor Auditorium. That's the 24th. And then Scott Hamill is the 26th, which is Thursday at 9 at the Scott Fireplace. And then we have Girl Code on Monday the 30th at 7 at the Scott Fireplace.
Thank you. Okay, we'll start tonight with rep spotlight. So there's one over there, and there's one over there. Do you have it, Allie?
Yeah.
Okay. Who has it on that side? Okay. Whoever would like to start
I'll go first. So I'm Allie Walgren. I'm a sophomore in the School of Arts and Sciences. I'm studying biology, and my hometown is Duluth, Minnesota. I have one little sister. I'm involved in Chamber Choir and CSU and High Five. And one of my favorite pastimes is kickboxing. In 10 years, I see myself hopefully as a genetic counselor and with a bunny. And I don't really have any pet peeves. Something on my bucket list is to go to the Amethyst Mines in Canada. And favorite thing about Creighton is the freshmen. They welcome me. Last song I listened to was The Way I Am by Ingrid Michaelson. And if I could be number one in the entire world and something, I'd probably be like a world famous painter.
Thank you. Sarah?
My name is Sarah Knowles. I'm a sophomore in the College of Arts and Sciences. I'm studying Honestly, my favorite pastime is sleeping. Sleep. In 10 years, I see myself doing like neurobiology research. Duh. Something that I just added to my bucket list, but I'm not sure if it's true or not. I've heard that if you watch the sunset on the ocean, right when it like, if it's like dark out, right when it goes over the horizon, there's like a flash of green. I haven't had a chance to Google that to see if it's true, but I would really like to see that. Yeah, my favorite thing about Creighton is how friendly everybody is. And if I could be number one in the entire world in something, I would be the best volleyball player in the world.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, next, so with the nice weather, I think we're gonna bring back reps at WAC. So on my list, I'm like doing this from memory, so correct me if I'm wrong. I have Sarah Huddleston, Ty, MJ, Nick Willsworth, and Charlie. So do you guys want to come, or are you all? Are you? Nick, yes. No. Okay. MJ, yes. Ty, where are you? Yes. For this Wednesday. And it'll probably be outside.
It will be outside.
It will be outside. Yes. Okay. You can't. Okay. Perfect. So, anyone else? Is anyone else available during WAC 1:30 to 3:30?
I think I can do it, but I need to check.
Okay.
I'll get back to you.
I'll put you on the email just in case. So can we have a table? Do we have room for that? So what we'll do is we'll set up a CSU table, so it'll be a little better than when we're in spec. And bring out the suggestion box. Please wear your polo. And just try and engage people in conversation. Talk about what you're doing in your committee. Hopefully a little bit more successful when we're outside and people are happier. So we will try that again, and hopefully it'll go a little better. But I'll send all of you a reminder email, so thank you. And then Zach covered Project Homeless Connect, but if that sign up can just go around. And all of us as exec, we are going to Project Homeless Connect to volunteer as well, so we would love to see you there. And if for some reason you really have a conflict and you can't make it, just let us know, and we'll work with you through that. So now we'll move into open discussion. Like usual, I would love to hear from each of the committees what you talked about during committee time. Does visibility and marketing want to start?
Okay, so visibility marketing, we had a lot of good ideas. Our biggest thing was that like CSU is so big, but like the first 2 months, they really want to like force it down kind of the freshmen, like just throw all CSU at them. So we had like 1,000 different ideas of what to do. We narrowed it down. So the first one was to start up the rep spotlight on like Twitter and Facebook. So like take a picture of you guys, ask you guys a couple questions like that. Just put you guys on like Facebook and Twitter so people start recognizing your faces coming in as freshmen, so they can kind of see, oh, so here's what's going on. The next one was we gotta like kind of get a little bit better, like a tablecloth. Like we thought that would be awesome. Just have a tablecloth with our logo on it, because that'd be pretty cool to have at WAC and stuff if we're gonna have it outside. And then also, we didn't really have like, I don't know, like summer preview, I guess, a little bit more like presence from the execs. That's kind of what came into Maddie brought up. Not really sure what to do there. And then our biggest one, my favorite, is to have the like a CSU, like kind of like execs, maybe some board of reps at the Welcome Week lip sync dance. Or, like have you guys like us all dance at lip sync and like make our own like dance and stuff. So that's probably one of my favorite ones that we came up with.
Okay. So, that's awesome. Thank you. We'll practice all summer. Great. Did you talk at all about when you would like Guava and Java to happen?
Since it got all like, since the weather's getting a lot nicer, it's gonna be coming up.
Thanks. Okay, great. We'll figure that out. Lulu next.
So we are still working on the more co-ed floors on campus, but IRHG has been having their elections for the past 3 weeks, so we haven't really had a contact for that. So now that they're done, we're gonna talk to them and see what's going on and what they're thinking about doing. We were also talking about like other things that we want to see done on campus, like the possibility of having more green space or things like that. And then we are also wanting to hear anybody's feedback. If there's anything that they know that any clubs are doing that you guys think that we should be working with them and collaborate with them, and so we can talk to them and support their event. So do you guys have anything in mind? Anything else that you're involved in? Well, if you think of something, you can email me, or yes, email me, and we can do that. Oh, and also, a lot of students, like juniors and seniors, did not get housing this semester, well, for next year. And so we were talking about possibly having like apartment reps or even landlords come and like talk about their housing options so students have an easier way to access that.
Thank you. So Aditi's committee did not meet today without her other two members. Do you want to share the update from NJSGA? Or
I didn't have an update from NJSGA. I had a President's Advisory Board meeting today, and this week, or I think actually next week, the provost, Dr. O'Connor, will be attending it's the North Midwestern Jesuit Universities conference, and it's going to be held at Loyola Chicago. So it's just the six schools that are closest to us, essentially. And so they said like they're like as an upper level administration, they're trying to just like start small with connecting to other Jesuit schools. So they're starting with just that 6th group, and there's other small groups that are meeting around the nation, but they're starting with that conference, so they're hoping to get positive feedback from that.
Great, thank you. Campus planning. Would one of you like to talk about what we talked about a little bit? We can. Okay. So RB was gone today, so I stepped in and we kind of went all over the board with a bunch of different ideas, talking about the collaboration with IRHG, and we're going to look into that a little bit more, just so that if they are already working on a composting initiative, we can sort of help them out with that in any way. But Aditi brought up green certification, so we'll have it take it.
Okay, so I was approached last semester by a student from Green Jays who wanted to do this green certification program. So the purpose is to like support the like creating sustainability goals, kind of like that. And what the green certification would be is that any event that goes through appropriations for funding or things that are sponsored by CSU or CSU program board would go through this checklist. Now it doesn't stop them from getting funding or anything like that. It's just basically a checklist of like a number of different criteria that if you meet a certain percentage of, then you can get a certain certification for your event. So some of the criteria would be for registration, they don't use paper forms. Large enough recycling bins are there. Like, students are encouraged to bring their own water bottles or try to avoid using plastic, silverware, things like that. There's like 20 to 30 different criteria. And if you meet a certain percentage, say if you meet 50% of these criteria, then you have a platinum certification. 40% is gold, so on, until it's like 20 to 50 because it's really hard to meet like all of the criteria. Again, it wouldn't like stop people from getting funding. It's just kind of like an incentive for you to have better practices when putting on events. And basically what you would get is you go through the checklist when going through appropriations, and then you get a little certification or maybe like a little sticker that you can put up at your event, just to encourage better practices and more sustainable practices. So I don't know like fully all the details yet. I do have some documents that I can look over and I can talk to the people who had the idea in the first place, but if you guys think it's a good idea, I think it's just another great way to promote sustainability.
Alex, what are your thoughts as far as the planning process?
It's definitely possible. It's not, there'd be a few just P&P changes and stuff to jump through, but it's definitely a possibility. The only concern is we just have a lot of, there's already a lot of stuff that they have to go through, but I think it's something that a lot of people are definitely looking towards and would be a great thing that they can use to promote their own events.
And it could be optional so that you guys, and they don't have to go through the additional work if they don't want to. But if we promote the program, and it would really not cost anything, like if, she wanted to partner with Do It to create like an online like checklist that would like generate a certificate. But if we don't want to do that, we can just make
I can make it on CU involved.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy.
Yeah. So something like that would be easy.
So would the idea of this just be like to raise awareness of like the kind of things that are going on in these events?
Yeah, so things like if they promote sustainable activities through putting on their event, they can show that they do so with the green certification. It wouldn't necessarily be to force anyone to do those types of activities, but it would bring a better light to those who do.
Let us know if you hear more.
Okay.
Is there anyone else that has any thoughts? Great, thank you. So now we'll move into some more open discussion items that we have, but Alex, do you want to talk about the Student Technology Advisory Committee?
What is that second?
Okay.
So the Do It Advisory IT Committee. So we had our first meeting a couple weeks ago before spring break, and we're meeting again this Friday. I know Ryan's on that as well with us. So that's just meeting with one of the guys from Do It to kind of like figure out what the student perspective is on all the information technology on campus, and just like all the things that are a part of that, like what can be changed, what needs to be focused on. So as always, if you guys have any comments, concerns, ideas for that, don't hesitate to let any of us or Ryan know, and we'll bring that up at the meeting.
Does anyone have anything right now? We talked about in our last meeting, obviously Wi-Fi is always going to be a point of issue, I guess, for all students. And also printing was something that Alex brought to light. Is there anything, like any other ideas that you guys know?
I can bring some consolation to the table. I know like right now they're going around to the different residence halls and like creating new access points, so the Wi-Fi is not being upgraded, but it's like part of the next 2-year plan, so maybe not us, but for the future generations. They're switching out the software we use for our Wi-Fi, so it's upgrading essentially, so it is becoming faster, it just takes a long time to get this many people upgraded.
Like I know this is kind of like not technical, like it's kind of like illegal to create, but like people, like students are getting access points in their rooms, like getting their own Wi-Fi routers because like the Wi-Fi is getting so bad, and like just like plugging into CU because it like, I don't know, it never goes down if you have your own router, but even if like the CSU stuff goes down, so looking into that and like seeing if there's like why, like the students shouldn't have to do that, like they shouldn't have to be spending money in order to do that if you're paying tuition for Wi-Fi.
Well, routers in the first place like obstruct the Wi-Fi, so that's kind of part of the problem is people are like bringing in their own routers and that like messes up the access points. So like that's like something Do It tries to do is like stop that from happening, but it's virtually impossible.
Okay.
I just maybe to know more information. I don't know if that helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys talked about printing, but it would be nice to have like maybe so many prints a year that are free. Like if you could use your card and have like a tally on there or something.
I know
rather than
College of
paying.
Business does that, so that's something we can definitely look into expanding to other colleges and schools.
Yeah, you get $5 for printing.
Oh, that's only $5.
$5 is actually a lot, yeah.
No, you get.
We get free
Is that true?
As a College of Business, yeah, you have $5. So if you go to print something, you swipe, you'll have $5 for printing.
And we'll go from your JPucks. Like you don't just magically, you don't see the number, like you don't know how much you have.
Maybe that's a glitch.
It's not a glitch.
Okay.
But yeah, that's a thing.
So that's only
It's called
business
business, yeah.
colors.
That's awesome.
You can never see it. You don't know how to do it. They don't click it.
Okay, let's get back
Okay.
on that.
I'm gonna check that one.
Great. Well, thank you. We will bring that idea up on Friday. I think that's a great idea. Thank you. Wall rock. Do you want to talk about that?
Okay, so something we were discussing is just like, okay, so something to leave like our image, or not necessarily our image, but like have a lasting, something that's gonna last on campus. That like people say, oh yeah, CSU did this. One of the big things right now is Billy Blue Jay outside of Morrison Stadium. That was donated by CSU. It's a thing that everyone knows, that everyone loves. So we're looking into different things like that. We're kind of like discussing various things like that of what we can do. So one thing that we brought up was either have a wall or a rock, something that students can go and paint murals on. And the way like this is kind of stemming in my head. My brother goes to this small school in LA. 1 second. And like they have this thing. It's called the Egg, and it's like this like 300-pound rock that you like find and paint and then like hide. So like everyone knows it's like this big game that everyone plays at the school. So if we could like have something like that, like get a wall and Scott that people can go and paint murals on, or a giant rock that like is actually pretty, like on campus somewhere. So just like kind of a fun thing for students to do, get involved with, and like community kind of stuff. What's up, Amber?
They have that at Northwestern, and what they do
Yeah.
with it is they, so it's like a big thing there, and what they do is that if you want to paint it, in order to keep it like appropriate
Yeah.
and everything, they have students, if they want to paint it, have to watch the rock for 24 hours. And then if they're there, then they get to paint it and like do whatever they want to it, and it can stay as long as it wants until someone else does that, and then they just keep doing that just to make sure that everything stays appropriate. But that was like something really cool that I saw there, and I'm glad that you guys are thinking about it.
So yeah, something to think about if you have like any like ideas of like tweaks to do about it, or like something that could be more efficient or like better. But yeah, it was just like something we thought would be cool to have on campus. People can show off their artistic skills, like promote something that's obviously school appropriate, but yeah. So that's something.
Great. Does anyone else have anything for open discussion?
Yeah, I just had one more thing. I was wondering if you guys had any ideas about, or any thoughts about what was going on with the It's On Us campaign, or any thoughts about sexual violence on campus, or anything like that. Like, you guys would like to be involved with that?
Yeah, is that a discussion that we can be a part of, like the Friday one, or is that kind of like an example?
I think for right now we're trying to keep it a smaller, intimate group, but as we kind of develop our plan, we would love as much hands-on time as possible. So we'll definitely come back and ask you for our creative.
Yeah, I know athletics, we made a video and they wanted to play it past the bucket kind of and like interleave that with the BFI networks. I think it'd be hard to like Brandy or Rass. They'll probably have a lot of information on it.
Alright.
Okay. All right. Does anyone have any announcements from their student organizations? And thank you all so much for emailing all of them. I really appreciate it. We got our last ones in today, so thank you so much. We don't have any old business, and we do not have any new business. Any advisors updates?
I would say just a reminder that student organization awards nominations are due here pretty quickly. I can't remember if it's this Friday or next Wednesday off the top of my head, but they are due really, really soon. So I can ask Julie and Berry County to send those books back out. Then you can have those either nominate someone yourself or to send it out to your student or city board.
Just a couple of updates for the Blues team. As far as living off campus, probably about 5 years ago, the Department of Residence Life created a guide of how to live off campus. So how to avoid signing a lease with a slumlord or cook, little things like that. How to be safe, and CSU actually funded it. So CSU execs might have it in their historical files. We resurrect that as kind of and then the guides were given out at info sessions where you have speakers come in. So just something to pull out of your files and dust off. And then also for green space on campus, something I'm also personally invested in since I work with Interact as well. That the campus planning presidential committee that CSU appoints students to also is having that conversation. So I would maybe connect with those student representatives as well.
Thank you. Upcoming funded events.
Luau this weekend. Everyone be excited. 21st. And oh yeah, the Model UN Club is in South Korea at the moment, representing Creighton to the world. So Trevor's there. So he's in South Korea right now. So that's really exciting.
Thank you. Okay. We will adjourn at 6:06.
What school does your brother go to?
Biola.
No way.
Yeah.
Where? What? My little sister might go there.
Really? Yeah, he loves it. It's in like biology.
Viola. It's a Christian school.
It's like really small.
Yeah.
But yeah, he loves it.
It's like 12 grand. Like 12.
I think it's about it's like slightly under us.
Oh,
Like total with grad school.
1,200. I mean 12 grand.
Oh, so yeah, I was just saying no.
He said like a tablecloth. I just thought of
We did?
Yeah.
A banner?
Does it have this
Song.
We have one of this. We have two of them. One that says this and one that says fun.
It's not like. Okay, we have to get back.
I did it. Yeah. You know who actually did it.
It starts and it starts.
Man, you know who actually did it. It wasn't
Yeah, but we played what?
Rookie of the year, Stephanie.
Rookie of the year, Stephanie Jones.
It's taller than
I walked up and said, "Hey, Stephanie."
Yeah, that's fine. I talked to.
Where are the sign-up sheets? Okay, cool.
Yeah, so like, I have a high school phone.
Lulu.
Yeah.
Over there.
Did they get around? Did they get to that
We'll see
side?
what the jam is. Okay, it's okay. We'll send out an email.
I'm personally going to go back in.